Transportation system management and operations is all about optimizing our current system and getting the most out of what we already have. So this really focuses on that because of the fact that by using this existing system, we're not having to add anything to our infrastructure, and we are just getting the most out of what we already had in the field. Hi, I'm Brittany Mitchell. I'm an area engineer here in the Southwest District. Prior to my recent promotion, I was a traffic study specialist here at the TMC in Springfield. Here in the Southwest District, we have several Wavetronics matrix units, which is just the Wavetronics that we typically use for presence detection at our signalized intersections. And we realized that there was an underutilized feature of that, which is that we can set it up to also take lane counts, as well as still providing the presence detection. It just takes a little bit additional setup, but it has no additional cost, and it only takes about 30 minutes to an hour to set up per intersection, depending on the size of the intersection. One of the main goals, of course, is safety, because we don't have to have our personnel go out to the intersection and be vulnerable by the side of the road. Also, of course, it saves time and money because we do not have to send out that equipment, and we also don't have to wait any time in order to get a count processed. It's an instant count. We can pull a count at any time that we want and use that for our traffic counts. It also, of course, saves money because of the fact when we do deploy our regular count equipment, it costs us about $250 every time we deploy that. So this is free and has no additional cost to it. We first started implementing this in May of 2022. It was somewhat of a slow implementation as we just kind of did it when we had the time to go out and set it up for counts. Now we have, though, about 60 intersections that are all set up for traffic counts, and we actually have it in a lot of our recent projects that when Wavetronics is being installed, that the contractor will actually set up the counts for us. That way it's not a big undertaking every time we have a big project that installs Wavetronics. So we have seen an accuracy of around plus or minus 5% with these traffic counts. And then, of course, additionally, every time that we use the count, we are saving that $250. So here I have an intersection pulled up and an approach that we have the Wavetronics count set up. This is what the actual sensor setup looks like. We have these larger zones, which are presence detection. And then these small zones are what's taking the actual counts. As you can see, the vehicles pulling in and being counted. In order to actually see these counts, one of the best ways to do this is through our TSMO software. As you can see over on this screen, this is just continuous counts from yesterday at 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. So transportation system management and operations is all about optimizing our current system and getting the most out of what we already have. So this really focuses on that because of the fact that by using this existing system, we're not having to add anything to our infrastructure, and we are just getting the most out of what we already had in the field. So that way we can really improve our signal timing, which of course is a major part of TSMO.